Hey guys, it's Luke Taleno from Hialeah, Florida, and catch me tonight in America's Got Talent.
He was 13 years old, alone in a hospital room, fighting leukemia, while his mother worked overnight shifts just to keep the lights on and pay for his treatment. Music videos became his only company. On the 18th of August 2026, that same boy stood on the America's Got Talent stage in front of millions of viewers, performed an emotional, original rap about his own life story, and left judges in tears. Today, we're telling the real story of Luke Taleno, the rapper whose Golden Buzzer moment became one of the most talked about stories of AGT's 21st season. Luke Taleno's real name is Luis Rojas. He was born in Cuba, and when he was just 3 years old, his family made the journey to the United States, chasing what he's described simply as a good life. That transition wasn't easy. Taleno arrived in America without speaking a word of English, and found an unexpected teacher, music. He said that hip-hop became the way he first learned both the English language and American culture, discovering an Eminem CD as a kid and using it to piece together not just a new language, but a whole new way of expressing himself. Then, at just 13 years old, everything changed again. Taleno was diagnosed with leukemia. Because his mother had to work night shifts to support the family and cover his medical treatment, he often found himself alone in the hospital for long stretches, with music as his only real companion during some of the hardest days of his life. In early 2012, during that difficult stretch, Taleno had a meaningful encounter with his idol, rapper Pitbull, who was visiting sick children in Miami-Dade County, a moment that left a lasting impression on him during his treatment. Taleno has said directly that writing songs and making music is what got him through his cancer journey, transforming a devastating diagnosis into the foundation of his artistic voice. Taleno's connection to AGT actually started before he ever auditioned himself. He became close friends with Jordan Blue, a singer who finished third on AGT's 20th season after Luke attended Jordan's own audition as a supporter in the crowd. That friendship would end up mirroring itself in a striking way. On the 2nd of June 2026, Taleno stepped onto the AGT stage for his own audition, performing an original song called From Seat to Stage, a title that directly referenced his own journey from sitting in the audience to finally taking the stage himself. His performance included a moment of bilingual flair, switching into Spanish to speak directly to Judge Sofia Vergara, earning laughs and genuine excitement from the panel. Judge Howie Mandel was moved enough by the performance and Taleno's story to hit the Golden Buzzer, sending him directly through to the live shows without having to face the usual judge's vote. In a full-circle moment, just like his friend Jordan Blue before him, Taleno became Howie Mandel's Golden Buzzer recipient on the very premiere episode of his season. That connection to Jordan Blue continued to play out behind the scenes. When Taleno's quarterfinals performance arrived, Jordan Blue FaceTimed him backstage to wish him luck before he went on, then called again afterward to celebrate with him. The two performers have collaborated musically several times outside of the show as well, a genuine friendship built well before either of them found their AGT spotlight. On the 18th of August 2026, Luke Taleno took the stage for the Season 21 quarterfinals, performing an original, autobiographical rap detailing his own childhood story and the significance of the moment he was living out in real time. The judges' reaction was immediate and emotional. Simon Cowell called the performance a clear step up from his audition, describing Taleno's talent as special. Sofia Vergara told him directly that America was going to fall in love with him. Mel B was visibly bowled over by the performance. Howie Mandel, the very judge who'd given him his Golden Buzzer, called him an amazing storyteller. Perhaps the most memorable reaction of the night came from Mandel, who joked that after watching Taleno perform, he was going to start spelling Eminem differently as LT, a direct nod to Taleno's own initials and the comparisons his rapid, emotionally charged flow has earned him throughout the competition. Taleno's quarterfinals performance capped off the very first night of AGT's live shows for Season 21, which kicked off on August 18th at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium, with Terry Crews hosting alongside judges Cowell, Vergara, Mandel, and Mel B. As the results show approaches, viewers will determine which of the night's 11 acts advance toward the semi-finals, with 3 spots up for grabs from Taleno's group alone. Luke Taleno's story resonates far beyond a single television performance. It's a story about turning genuine hardship, immigration, a language barrier, and a serious childhood illness into a source of creative strength rather than letting it become a setback. His journey from an isolated hospital room, learning English through rap lyrics, to performing his own original music in front of millions of viewers and a panel of major recording industry judges, is exactly the kind of transformation that talent competitions like AGT were built to showcase. Whether or not he ultimately wins the competition, Taleno has already turned his most painful chapter into something genuinely inspiring for audiences watching at home. Luke Taleno's AGT run is still very much unfolding, and given the emotional response from both judges and audiences so far, his story is one worth continuing to follow as the competition moves toward the semi-finals in the weeks ahead. If Luke Taleno's story or his performance moved you, we'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below sharing what stood out to you most about his journey. And if you want more inspiring, in-depth coverage of the rising stars shaping entertainment today, don't forget to subscribe to Your Star Facts.